In this video, we will take all this mess on the table and we will create an SSP5 lower out of it. So let's get started by taking this little spring and placing it here in this cutout. Then we need this here. There is a little rounded notch on the bottom. That's how it goes on the spring. So we will place it in that position, maybe angle it a little bit and go from the top. Just like that. It should allow you to move. Let's test if it will stay, and it will definitely not stay. So we will hold it with something and we will take the shear bridge and we will place it on top. Just like that. Hopefully the spring stayed where it should, and it did, so it's freely moving. That's how you can test it before you screw it in. So we put the screw back in place. Again, Phillips head screwdriver, and screw it in. Don't over tighten it. There is no need to do that. Now we need to deal with this little spring and its orientation. So basically it will be sitting there just like this. This is the final position. For now, I would recommend sliding this end to the left of the pin to not have it under tension. We will place this cutout onto the spring end. Just like that. And we put it where it belongs, making sure that the spring is actually inside of this cutout from the bottom. We can hold it in place, and now we just hook it. Just like that. Now it's under tension, it's in its correct position, and it will not spring out. All right, we leave this aside for now. And now we will deal with the other end. So this one goes in first. Now we take this little part and it will go inside of the hole here, like so. Oops. Make sure it's in the hole. Now the hammer, and we make sure that the hammer engages with the part that we just put in, just like that. You see how it locked here and it's all on the same level. That's what we want to see. Exactly like that. And now we can take this part and cover it up. Nothing should jump out. And it all clicks in place. Now we take the screw and secure everything together. All right. Now we place the beaver tail back in place because we want to put in the safeties. And if we would forget the beaver tail, we would have to disassemble them again, which is not what we want. So we take this one, put it on the right side, slide it in. Now this one. Before we do so, we actually need all these pins. So we have these three parts to put in. The first one will be this one. It will go in this direction, inside of the hole, then the spring, and then this one will go in this direction. It will sit on the spring and it's gonna be nice and spring loaded. All right, now we close everything in one place. Now, what I like to do is to actually put pressure on the pin, and now we need to push the pin all the way in. Now we need to make sure that the safeties are kind of under the same angle, just like that. They are both facing up because they will be interfacing on the inside. And we take something pointy, flat, and we just push the pin. I'll try to align it in a way that you can see it. We will push the pin in and the safety will click in place just like it did right now. We can position them a little lower. I'm gonna hold them in place, but they will not jump out. We take the pin or the screw and we screw it in. Again, make sure you have the correct size bit because we don't want to strip it. Screw it in. Now there is still some screw glue left from the disassembly. If you don't have any screw glue there, or it's maybe older, it doesn't grab anymore, you can put some screw glue, weak screw glue, don't put the strong one, weak screw glue on the screw to make sure that your safety will not start wobbling anytime soon. We just kind of check the function a little bit, everything looks good, clicks, so we can continue. Okay. Now we take the grip for a moment and we start with the trigger. So we place it in like this. And now we need to take the pin, put it back in place. There is no specific orientation of this one. So we put it in and we tap it slightly to get it started just in my hand. And maybe put some pressure on it. I could feel that it's getting in. And now we take our little surface and pin punch in this case. And we tap it in place. There we go, almost there. A little bit more so it sits nice and flush. There we go. That's all it takes. Now it's nice and flush, so it's not gonna be grinding anywhere. That's not what we want. All right, how do you put it back in? This screw hole with the set screw that is actually to adjust the trigger over travel will be on the bottom. So this is how you will put it in, just like that. And at this point we can put the magazine release button back in place. Make sure that it's actually locked, just like I showed you with the disassembly, that it's locked like this. And we place it back in place. Now we need a flathead. Actually, I can probably do it with my fingers. We will put it in and we will unlock it so it stays in there. Now it's nice and functional. All right, don't put any force on it. You could see that I could do it with just my fingers without actually using the handle itself. So super easy. You don't want to break it. All right, that's this part done for now. Now we need to connect it back together, and this one is rather easy. Make sure that this one is a little out of the way. And now we just snap it back in place. All right, it's out of the way. There we go. That's how easy it was. Once everything is aligned, it's gonna just be very easy to put it on. We can put this screw in, which goes here to the front. Again, Phillips head. We can take the big one. Now the side screws. And now we need to get this leaf spring on the inside here. Now you see that sometimes this is kind of getting caught when the sears are in certain position. If it does, you know, just shake it a little bit, work the sears, the trigger, kind of. Now I made it stuck again, so we just unstuck it just like that, shake it, and we have access to here. Now what we need to do is to place it in like so. Hopefully you can see it. This is how it's gonna go inside, and we need this hammer rod spring, however you want to call it. We need it out of the way. So I'm gonna hold it with my fingers. I mean, I'm trying to make you see a little bit, but it's kind of hard. Now what you need to know is that the right side, the one that is sitting actually the lowest, needs to sit on top of this sear. Hopefully you can see it. It's the one completely on the right, the one that I'm now lifting. Make sure that it's actually all the way in and place it on top of it, not underneath. If you screw this up, it will not work and you will have to redo it. Again, in order for you to see, I'm going to try to do something like this. And now we push the leaf spring in, just like that. Okay, now it's sitting on top of it. Hopefully, if we zoom in, you will be able to see it. It's sitting on top of the spring. I'm gonna remove this, hold it with my finger, verify that it's actually on top of it. Now you can actually see it clearly, the right side. And this one will be in the middle, and we can close it carefully. All right, that's the state you should get into. And now we take this and lock everything in place. There we go. Now put some pressure on it, put the pin back where it belongs, use a tool if you need to, and that's basically it. Now, in order to verify that we put everything in correctly, we will take the slide, we slide it over it, don't force it, just push the sears to the bottom and it will be very easy. We rack the slide a little bit to align with the notch right here. We place it in. We make sure that we are aligned. Put it back in. There we go. That's how you assemble the lower part of the SSP5.